Okay, welcome back, everybody. I apologize, I was a little more than 10 minutes, but I have a really good reason. Actually, it was a really good reason why it was more than 10 minutes, because when I went upstairs to say hello to my wife, I found that she was in the middle of making pancakes for my son. And when this is one of the lessons I've learned, in like almost 30 years of marriage, that when your wife says, "Would you like one of the fresh pancakes that I am laboriously making right now?" You say, "Yes, that would be great." And you say that especially if your wife just got you this really brilliant thing. Okay, so like, I know the timing was pretty perfect. Like it was pretty perfect. And I was looking at the pancakes. I'm like, "Is that gonna be ready in 10 minutes?" I'm like, it might be a few more than 10 minutes, but it'll be worth it. Again, especially if not only is your wife making delicious homemade pancakes, but also if your wife bought you a special syrup that you haven't tried yet. So okay, it's like a super New England thing. She got me this little bottle of not just maple syrup, blueberry maple syrup. Not just blueberry maple syrup, but hot blueberry maple syrup. I mean, come on. It was amazing. Hot blueberry maple syrup on fresh blueberry pancakes. That's why it took me a little bit longer than 10 minutes. It was, yeah, that was weird. So I apologize, but I don't apologize. It was totally worth it. Yeah. No, it's this cute little, New Hampshire based company actually, that my wife found recently called Spicy Shark. Spicy Shark. They do like a bunch of hot sauces and stuff like that, which I'm a huge fan of their hot sauces. And she just found this like hot blue shark blueberry maple syrup that they do, and I'm like, okay, I gotta try that. And oh man, so good. Anyway, yeah, I gotta hit them up for like an endorsement deal or something. But anyway, uh, all right. Um, yes, let us hope we experience no such delay again. Nonetheless, I do not ask for your pardon. Um, yes, as Gandalf would say. Okay. Meanwhile, so I come downstairs, finishing my blueberry pancakes as I'm walking down the stairs, and I come back to the screen to find that a badger is gnawing at Wiggins' ankles and had gnawed like 30,000 morale points off of him. And so I discouraged the badger from badgering me, and gained a level. I'm now at level 130 from that badger. So, and meanwhile, that triggered a piece of mail from Glowin, which is what I just got and just opened up here, but it's clearly a spoilery. Despite our triumphs, the War of Three Peaks has taken a great toll. I don't want to read this. So I'm going to accept that, I guess, but like, I'm not ready for that. Like, what's the story with that? And why is this red fox doing inappropriate things? And the red squirrel with my ankles. What is it about Wiggins' ankles? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Okay. That's the Azanul Bazaar breadcrumb. Okay, I'll remember not to. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it yet. It's too soon. It's too soon. I'm still in chapter 3.5. Okay. So what was I going to do? Oh yeah. I'm going to make sure that I have enough XP supply built up, and I'm going to renew my 200% XP so that I can continue going up like a level for every area I'm in. And also, I can now put on my new gear, which I think is a pretty big improvement. Okay. That's a big improvement over either one of those. It's fine. What is that, a pocket thing? Yeah, it is a pocket thing. Okay. Hard earring of the Drake Hunters. I don't even remember finding these things. But it's fine. And then I've got gloves. Yeah, so this is all level 130 gear that I got. And now I can get these essences. Yikes. Warmly moonlit. Warmly moonlit, huh? Okay. And another warmly moonlit essence. Taking the vitality as I generally do. Okay. Can I, oh good. I can mode of enchantment these things. Is this one new? Yes. Great. Okay. Let me just... I don't know how I got to... Wait, why is this not working? What's the issue here? Why do I have 2 flames of Ancalamir to begin with? And why... There we go. Break them down. Save my inventory slots. There we go. Huh. Okay, fine. Another warmly moonlit essence. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me open my essence box. Gotta do some maintenance. Normally I don't, do this kind of gripping thing on screen, but when I got a whole day ahead of me. Okay, let's see. Got my essence box. Got a bunch of stuff I don't even know about in here. Okay. My warmly moonlit essences. Warmly moonlit. Still just I'm struggling with that. Glowing second favorite cloak. Yeah, the chest plate that I just put on. And more on the cloak. Why not? Okay. Great. Okay, so yeah, here's that letter. So that letter, it's like the vector for the Azanul Bazaar thing, which we're not up to yet. Okay. Okay, so big I know. Nothing more gripping than like a little inventory management. All right. Here we go. Into the Elder Slate. Are you not entertained? Okay. Let us do another giveaway then. They're going to have properly scaling UI for 4K, so like I don't have to squint at it anymore? I don't know. Like they're doing a special upgrade for old people? That's great. Hey, look at that. You know what else is great? These mobs are white to me now. That's exciting. Yeah, I also got this vector quest. Wait, I'm supposed to talk to this person in Scarhold? I'm not going to Scarhold. Anyway, sorry. Giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. A giveaway for the collaboratory. Let's do a 6-month subscription to the Signum Collaboratory as a giveaway. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Signum Collaboratory, The Collaboratory is our publishing and collaboration arm, where at Signum we publish creative work. We do videos, we do books, we do lecture series. So to the Collaboratory, you get access through the Collaboratory. You get subscription access to all of the premium content that Signum has ever created, and much of the stuff that is still currently underway. He's not in Scarhold. That's just not true. Look, I'm still in Mist Hollow. Okay. Oh. Forget it. Just stop. No. See, I took that quest initially because it was just a vector quest. And I'm like, oh, well, if it's just going to, send me straight over, then I'll do that. But I'm ignoring the side quests. We're not doing it. I'm not even going to click on this dude over here. This bat hanging in a tree. Not even interested. Not even curious. Gonna save that for Grifflet. But here we go. Into Anachkurfu. So yes, with the subscription to the Signum Collaboratory, you get access to all of the content we've ever created, including, for instance, the recorded lecture series of almost all of our graduate courses, as well as now a couple dozen of our space classes as well, including, for instance, just released recently, the recorded lectures for Volume 2 of the Collected Poetic Works. Sarah Brown has been leading a space course which has completed 6 months now, so 6 separate modules on the three modules on each of the first 2 volumes of the 3-volume collected poetry of Tolkien set, and I have guest lectures in those as well, which have been real fun to do. I've had 3 guest lectures in each set basically, and 1 a month, and we anyway, so like that's an example of like one of the things that you get access to in the Collaboratory. Okay, more people I'm not talking to on account of. I love how you just come in and it's straight to the Forge. Like what else matters? It's the Forge. Strothkel's good eye lights upon you with recognition as you approach. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember you. You and your bad eye. Didn't I meet him at, was it Skargard? Was it in the Grey Mountains, right?
You still live?
I take it your adventures had you clear of Khazad-dûm before the great resurgence of creatures that pushed us out? Oh no, he's from way before that. He's from Moria, right. Oh my goodness. That takes me back. Ah, if you had been there, perhaps things would have been different. No, this is probably folly. The orcs were there in numbers far greater than any I had ever seen before, and they were the vanguard only. Behind them were worse things, glimpsed fleetingly by the survivors. If any saw their full horror, those dwarves are dead. I can tell you that. The dead saw them, and I do not envy them the sight. It chills me to think of it even now, here by the heat of the forge. There is no end to the work, my friend. I will continue to forge weapons for the Longbeards until my own furnace is extinguished, and I dare say that day is not yet upon us. And yet, this forge does not compare to the ones I left behind in Khazad-dûm. Ah, the Heart of Fire. That's where we met him. No forge ever burned as brightly or as hot as those in the Heart of Fire. I miss them dearly. But I was not about to let the orcs or their vile allies have access to those forges. I sealed the door before we fled for the surface. The Heart of Fire at least will remain unspoiled until the very end of the world. It makes me smile to think of it there, hidden beneath the mountains, locked behind a name no orc will know. Perhaps it is the little things after all, Wiggend. So that is really interesting. I was wondering about that. So one of the sort of the larger framework questions, adaptation questions when approaching the Gundabad storyline is how are they going to balance it with the Moria storyline? Because on the one hand, clearly the overall thrust of the Gundabad story is return to the homeland, right? But that's kind of a recurring theme for the dwarves, right? Like that was the story in The Hobbit. That's the story, of Balin's company, which fails, and the Iron Garrison, which succeeded when we went through, apparently briefly. And now it's the story again for Gundabad. So there's this chance that it gets a little stale, right? Or worse, that it's sort of a distraction, because what is the true homeland of the Longbeards, right? I mean, Khazad-dûm is built up as like this is the home of the Longbeards, right? This is the true homeland, the ultimate homeland, the kingdom of Durin itself. And so yeah, oh, it's not letting you use collab. Sorry. Use subscription as the keyword. Yeah, for the giveaway. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's probably best. That's why I did that the other day, to avoid the spamming of the collab thing. Okay, type subscription for the giveaway. Very good. Anyway, so again, it's not just that, like, yet again, going to the homeland, are we? It's not just that, but it really calls into question the basic issue. Like, what is the homeland? I thought Moria. I thought Khazad-dûm was the homeland of the dwarves. I mean, isn't that, the halls of Durin, Lord of Moria? Like, isn't Khaled Zaram, stars above his head, and the destined home of Durin? Like, isn't this the thing? I mean, Gundabad is a place of historical curiosity because that's where Durin awoke. And so that's I mean, I can see it being a sacred site or whatever, but you see what I mean, right? And especially with the Iron Garrison quest already completed, like we did when we went through Moria ages and ages ago, it makes the risk is that it makes Gundabad look like a side quest, right? It makes Gundabad look like not the kind of ultimate thing which Durin was talking about, right? Let's bring the dwarves together again, and let's retake our true home. And anyway, so one of the ways in which we can see they're already managing this is by bringing us here to Stothkel, who is telling us that, oh yeah, by the way, Moria is gone. Moria is gone. So now they don't have anything. Well, except for Erebor and Thorin's Gate. But apart from that, apart from the two, three, they still have some dwarves. Even a few of them, don't they? No, they did kind of leave the one down in the south. Where was it? Enidwaith. Anyway, but apart from Erebor and Thorin's Gate and the Iron Hills and a certain presence in the Grey Mountains, what do the Longbeards have? Nothing. That's what. So it's time to retake Gundabad. No, so I'm joking a little bit, but because it's important. I mean, like the roots with Durin are real, but it's interesting to see them kind of closing that and sort of focusing the effort and attention, so that the loss of Moria, they'll go back and retake Moria someday, right? But apparently the time is still not yet. Hey, look, it's Prince Ingor of the Gelruka.
So, you made it.
Prince Ingor says flatly. He hefts his weapon, testing its balance, and stares at you silently for a moment. When he speaks again, there is an edge to his words. Your deeds are well known to all, even to the Gelruka, and I do not doubt your mettle. But you are a friend of Durin and his Longbeards. We will fight with such fervor on... Will you fight with such fervor on behalf of Gelruka too? My brother Otek is king now in the lands to the east, but he did not send me here to fight for Longbeards or their friends. He sent me here to reclaim the delvings that were promised to our ancestors of old. If you will help me and my people in this, we will have no difficulty fighting by your side. If not..." The Jelruka prince weighs his axe handle thoughtfully and turns away. Hey, weren't you guys supposed to be sword specialists, Prince Ingor? Or is that an impertinent question? I like the horns on your helmet. Are those from a goat? Bet they are. Okay. Okay, now where do I go? Meet with dwarves on the lower level of Anak Korfu. Lower level, say you. That's up. That's also up. Is there a lower level? Lower than this? Does it go lower? Okay, I'll keep looking. I'll keep looking. Whoa, yeah. Okay. That is the lower level down there, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, since I'm up here, what's up here anyway? A stable master, whom I don't need to introduce myself to. Oh, yeah, look at this guy, can go anywhere. South Bree. Cardoon. Really? The devil you say? Ered Lewin. Gundabad, which sounds like cheating. Imhular, which I've never heard of. Swanfleet, which I have, but not. Oh yeah, I've been there. Clegor, yeah. North Trestle Bridge. I haven't thought about Trestle Bridge in years. Bloody Eagle. I don't know that. That's an Umbar, of course. Urash Dar. Also don't know that. Very cool. Oh. It's the assembly. Meet with the dwarves. Oh, Dern's going to give a speech. That'll be fun. Okay, but they're downstairs. So let's go back downstairs. We'll find the downstairs dwarves. So the missions, those are the like daily quest, XP grind kind of thing. Okay. Whom am I supposed to talk to? Downstairs. Oh. There's a runic dice game going. Oh, right here. What aren't you worried about? I summon the third hammerers. Do you? Okay. Oh, my Kilfi Kabas. What, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Okay, your dice are no more cursed than mine, Lickmund. Shall we trade dice? I fear the ill fortune resides with me and not with my dice. I will win or lose with these dice no matter what. I respect that, my friend. I did give you the choice. Okay. Did you call for for hammerers? These are the fourth. I do. Abkhaz Gajish. Gajish, really. Did you lose again? I'm looking. Not understanding it, but... Oh, he won, okay. I take this result and add upon my foundation. Scripping. 2 dwarves I don't know talking about a dice game I don't understand. I warn you not to become too confident, my friend. Okay. Oh, I have nothing to fear. These are the dwarves I'm supposed to be talking to, right? At last I will seize the victory. Last hammerers. Yeah. Last hammerers. Behold the last hammerers. Mm-hmm. Four braids. Oh man, what are the chances? That's what I was just going to ask. No! Time for the tally. I'm once again abandoned by fortune. Yeah, I feel for you, man. Ara antihi. By ben galich lichmond. You have to let me win back my coins, Thetmar. Yeah, but I am not going to remember these dudes. So you say that Thetmar is in deep descent and Lichmund in the Chamber of the Crossroads. Okay, Edith, thank you. I would definitely not have remembered them. So what you're telling me, Edith, is that they're doing a gathering of the Grey Company kind of thing, right? Where they're drawing attention to the fact that we are meeting again the dwarves that we saw scattered all over the place and got to know in Moria. And, you know, not all of them survived, presumably, but those who have, they're coming back together. Okay. Yeah, it's, they're not quite as memorable. Well, I was going to say they're not quite as memorable as the Rangers. But then again, I was not always able to recall which Rangers went with which campfires, you know, earlier on. Okay. So the point of this part of this quest is just that I'm supposed to notice people. Okay, here's more. Greet you warmly and so somebody give me a little reminder. Where did I meet Thorgest and Afwald?
Welcome to Anak Khurfu.
This is not nearly so lonely an outpost as Hrimbarg, is it? Hrimbarg. I'm not even remembering where that is. Oh, these were in the Misty Mountains. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Back when I was like 100 levels ago? Holy cow. You really do have to play the long game in LOTRO. Yikes. So many doughty warriors have come to fight alongside Durin in his quest to reclaim Gundabad, many of them great heroes, but he will be most pleased that I and Afwald have made the journey. Thorgest throws his head back and laughs, drawing attention from several nearby dwarves. When he has again collected himself, he wears a more solemn expression. Ah, but I wish Thorkel was here. When we were just lads, we never suspected that Gundabad might one day be back on our grasp, and yet here I am, near the doorstep, with one companion left to fight before that happy day. Campaign left to fight, not a companion. That was confusing me for a moment, but my fault. But my brother is slain, and I will not see it. A pox on the worms of the Misty Mountains. I am glad you are here, Wigand. You will not believe me, but Afwald is always going on about you. What do you think he is up to right now? Afwald is always asking me. Well, now he can ask you himself, and not pester me with the question day after day. Okay.
I feared our paths would not cross again.
We have all come quite a distance from Hrimbarg. Thorgest has recovered from his poisoned wound. Yeah, I remember that very intimately. But if you believed the experience would end his desire for adventure, well, you would be wrong. We received word that the son of King Thorin planned an assault upon Gundabad, and before you could say hammers in the deep, Thorgest was on his way and I behind him. I have done what I can to provision the armies, but such a number of fighters threatens to overmatch my supplies. I will need to amass more goods and food if we are to keep this force in prime fighting shape. And not only that, but if I do not keep watch over Thorgest, who will? Every day it brings with it a challenge that needs meeting, Wiggin, as you well know. And it sounds like I'm going to be going to fetch supplies at some point. I can't believe you didn't ask me to do that. Okay, all right, now we go upstairs, as there are presumably some more old friends upstairs. Okay. We are so ready to go to Gundabad. Hey, could somebody tell me how many in chapter 3, how many quests are there? I'm at 3.5. How many quests are there in chapter 3? I forget. I like to know how close I am to the next chapter. Filled with dwarves preparing to undertake missions. Well, that's what we're here for. Eyewind. Please feel free to tell me where these come from.
Are you here to join Durin's great assault upon Gundabad? Perfect, perfect.
Do you remember when we set a fire to that goblin camp near the High Pass? Do you have any idea how many goblin camps I've set fire to at this point? Like, you're asking me to remember a single fire in a single camp? Okay. Good times, my friend. Great memories. I do not suppose you still have any of Gandalf's flammable draft with you, do you? Ah, pity. We will just have to make do with what we can and find new and interesting ways to burn up the schemes of Gundabad. I have no doubt we will think of something, my combustible friend. The High Pass. Right, Snows and Karathras. Trousty. Wait, that name is vaguely familiar. I don't remember where it's from, but I recognize it.
Once again, we are on the doorstep of danger.
When we last met in the cave of Filgogan, outside the walls of Moria, and you helped me learn the fate of my friend Lofric, dead, alas. But he is here too, in a way, for I embedded his golden tooth in the haft of my axe, as I promised to do. Together, Trousty and Lofric will slay many orcs on behalf of Prince Durin. Gundabad will be ours again. Is Trousty the one who sent me on the original legendary item quests? No, the camp outside. Oh, it was the camp outside Goblin Town that we set fire to? Okay. Slagvi. Wait, Slagvi. Don't tell me. I don't know. What? Is he like from the North Downs or something?
I am glad to see you are safe.
I was not in Khazad-dûm when the Iron Garrison fell, and it is hard to come by news of what happened within. I have heard enough to know it sounds bad. Slagvi shakes his head. I had gone back to the Iron Hills to collect some drawings I left in Yarnfast. It was such a foolish reason. I wanted to compare the design of the cooling chamber with some plans I remember drawing in my youth, and that is why I was not there when the garrison failed. It may be why I am still alive today, and so many of the workers and miners with whom I toiled are not. When I learned that Prince Durin was assembling a great force to reclaim Gundabad, I could not refuse his call. Is this why I was spared? Perhaps, friend, perhaps. But I am glad to know you are here too. We accomplished much in the Great Delving, Wiggend, for a time. Great Delving. Okay. All right, so the Glowin quest, I'm going to put this one on hold. Because this is for the interlude. Okay.
So many have come to fight for us. Longbeards, Jelruka, and even a number of stout axes.
I think what you mean to say is, so many have come to fight for us. Longbeards, Jelruka, and even a number of stout axes. The orcs who squat within Gundabad will tremble before this great force, this Gablilacha. You know, it's really hard to speak in Kuzdul in a Western prospector accent. The mountain home is nearly ours again.
More dwarves have arrived to swell my army's ranks.
I have just received word that more dwarves have arrived to swell my army's ranks. Go downstairs and greet them, Wigand. All are welcome if it is in their heart to hate orcs, and I understand that those dwarves hate orcs more than most. Okay. Okay, now his other quest is Chapter 5, which I'm not ready for, because 3-6 is the end of Chapter 3, and then I've got 4, and then I'll come back for... I don't like it when they cross the streams like that, but it's all right. Okay, so I have to go downstairs and see if the dwarves who have just arrived have the requisite hatred in their hearts. Because should their hatred burn sufficiently hot, then they're certainly trustworthy. Ah.
I am not surprised to see you here, but it warms my heart all the same.
I was at the Lonely Mountain when Durin sent word to his father that he intended to reclaim Gundabad from the orcs, but I wanted no part of it. I feared to join him. No, not out of cowardice. Bosi frowns unhappily. I was tasked to secure Khazad-dûm, Wigand, but the Iron Garrison failed, and my cousin Broger was slain, along with many other good dwarves. How could I hold my head high after that? I feared my presence at Gundabad would bring nothing but ill fortune, and yet King Thorin deemed otherwise, and commanded me to join his son. So I am here. May things go otherwise in Gundabad than they did in Moria. Wow, Bosi and Bori and Broen, the Iron Garrison.
My father has had a difficult time since the Iron Garrison was defeated in Moria.
I have told him repeatedly not to despair, but he pays me little heed. Did I despair at my imprisonment in Mirkwood when the sorcerer Gorothul held me captive within the dungeons of Dol Guldur? Okay. Coming back to me, Bori. Good times, good times. Bori gives you a wry smile. You were right. Yeah, I did. But it turned out all right in the end, did it not? You saved my skin, and now both Gorothul and his ally Mazog are slain. My point is this. Do not close the book when things seem most drear, for it may be you are not at the end at all, but only the middle. The failure of the Iron Garrison is a tough defeat, but it may be the reclamation of Moria still lies ahead of us, and perhaps Gundabad will be the first step on that road. It's good to see you again, Wigand. So, if you pay close attention to quests in LOTRO, and you know the text of Tolkien really well, particular sentences from the text, will kind of float through. Like I can see what sentences lie behind them. Sometimes it's there'll be a particular. I'm sorry. Yeah, I noticed one of these in the middle of a dialogue before, but I forgot to comment on it, and now I've forgotten about it. What was it? No, I don't remember. But this one is. Sometimes it's like the seed of an adaptation story that they kind of take from one sentence and then expand it. Sometimes it's just the way that they couch things, the sort of a particular dynamic or theme within a story, they will draw from a theme. Did you catch the very indirect, what I believe to be a reference to the Stairs of Cirith Ungol in that speech? Do not close the book when things seem most drear. Did you catch that? Remember when Frodo says to Sam, you forget we're at the part of the story where it's very likely that the child will say, close the book now, Dad. I don't want to hear any more. Remember? And Sam says, I wouldn't have said that, right? And Bori is echoing that. Also, Gandalf on Despair. Thematically, Gandalf on Despair, yeah. The specific reference to the metaphor about closing the book when things seem most drear seems like a clear nod back to the Stairs of Cirith Ungol, which is fun. But yeah, by the way, let's close the giveaway. Or one last chance, type subscription if you would like to enter the giveaway for a 6-month subscription to the Signum Collaboratory. And Broen.
Hello, I am here.
My father Broger would have come to fight alongside Prince Durin if he could. I am here in his stead, for he will never again leave Khazad-dûm. I wish things were different. I remember Broger. Okay. Don't worry, Durin. They have something better than just hatred for orcs. Edith, congratulations! Wonderful. Edith, you have won the 6-month subscription to the Collaboratory. If you would reach out, well, I think actually you might get a whisper, but I think we may know your email already. So anyway, we will be in touch by email. Send an email to Signum to info@signumu.org. That would be great. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
The leaders of the Iron Garrison will be a strong addition to the Gabalaka as we begin our assault on Gundabad. But can I ask you a question, Wigan? Do they seem in good spirits, despite the failure of the Iron Garrison to hold Moria? Do they still possess the courage I saw in their faces when they departed the Iron Hills on their expedition? Perhaps you can appraise them and learn if they possess the stomach for this endeavor. I will await the results of your observation. Okay. That's great. Let's see, what's their so I keep teasing the game about this. Here's what I would like better. I would like better if it were just text, right? Like, it's okay to have the list, right? But instead of being like 85, to have the number, to have it be like a qualitative description would seem to me to kind of work better, kind of fit better. All right, here we go. Durin has gathered a mighty force with which to reclaim Gundabad. Will it be enough? Uh-oh. His resolve is only 20. Oh, dear. His sagecraft. I thought it said stagecraft for a second. I'm like, he's a thespian? Who knew? But no, sagecraft. He's very wise, Bosi is. But his resolve is only 20. Not so good. How about Bori? Oh, yeah. Bori's all in. The orcs of Gundabad will surely quake before this great army of dwarves. Have you seen my cousin, Broen? I do not think he followed us upstairs. Okay, gotta go back outside. Okay. Was he right up next to the door? No. Oh, I see. Right, the ring is just saying a quest is inside. Gotcha. Okay. He's north. Right. Gotta go up the path here a little bit. Broen needed a little air. Went for a walk. Okay. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Broen stands alone, gazing into the distance.
I do not know what to do, my friend.
I am consumed by a great sense of, I don't know how to best describe it, unresolve? I do not think I am ready for another war, Wigand. Yes, I say another. Make no mistake, the Iron Garrison was at war in the depths of Moria, and it is a war we lost. Not only is that foothold gone, but so too are many of the brave warriors with which it was claimed in the first place. I mourn my father most of all, but Broger was not the first good dwarf to perish within Moria, nor the last, though he may have been the bravest. He was bolder by far than his son, that much is certain. While I regained my courage before we passed through the gates of Gundabad, I survived my encounter with the Watcher in the water within the drowned treasury after all, and then I was alone, with only the dead for company. No, I was not entirely alone, for it was there I found Ziegelberg, with which I kept the beast at bay. But the mithril axe is sealed away, never to be wielded by anyone. It seemed the right choice then, but what if my courage was sealed away in the darkness with Ziegelberg? Will I never find it again? Please, my friend, I beg you, tell no one of these worries. I bind you to secrecy on this matter. Will you do this? Will you agree not to tell Prince Durin of my mood or my fears? It looks like I will agree. Broen smiles nervously and raises his axe in a pleased salute. Great, now I've got to go back and lie to Durin.
So, the leaders of the Iron Garrison are prepared to fight again.
1 out of 3. You tell Durin that Bosi's son Bori is particularly eager to see victory in Gundabad. Well, that's a tactful way to do it. I am pleased to hear it. I am pleased to hear it, for I too am ready to reclaim the mountain home. Indeed, all Longbeards will rejoice to see it done. These new arrivals know a thing or two about war, and this is what I know. It will spell trouble for the orcs. Okay. Dude, I just upgraded that cloak.
I dispatched Thalfi the Scout to be my eyes and ears in Elderslade.
We have the fighting spirit, my friend, but we will need more than that if we are to reclaim Gundabad. We need information. To that end, I dispatched Thalfi the Scout to be my eyes and ears in Elderslade. Look for him beside the river just to the northwest of Anak Kurfu, and help him survey the location of the enemy forces among the foothills. My army will need to cross Elderslade before we can wage war upon the gates of Gundabad, and I want to know what we're up against beforehand. Biras Bij Tharak, my friend. Biras Bij Tharak. Back at you, dude. Okay, chapter 4. Hey, Durin, what's chapter 5? Many masters, huh? Okay. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me anymore, Durin. Just wanted to, orient myself here. All right. Hi, Raviolin. All right. We are now going up into the Elderslade. We have set the scene. We've had our reunions with the remnant of the Iron Garrison. Fortunately, who will be perfectly fine, and I don't expect any problems from them at all. Is there... Oh, yeah, Stable Master. Should probably... Look at that. Erebor might come in handy. Rivendell. Cool. Okay. Great. Let's go. I knew Thalfi's name sounded familiar, but can you do this turn? Wayward. Okay, good. That was pretty well done there, Wayward. Thalfi. Was he a stable master? No, he can't have been. They never do that. It's always like quest givers. Let's see if he reminds me. Oh, a Gundabad. The way I came around that rock, it just said bad stalker. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a personal problem.
I heard you would fight alongside us to reclaim Gundabad.
And I am pleased to learn that this was not just a rumor. You see, I wanted to thank you. I believe you saved my life. Thank you for reminding me. When the great mass of goblins and orcs erupted from the deep places beneath Moria in that last great flood of evil that spelled defeat for the Iron Garrison, I was separated from my comrades. I was lost and alone in the darkness, cut off from my friends, and it seemed my end was truly at hand. But wait, I still had the map you helped me to prepare of the Winding Way. Wow. Right. Yikes. And by making use of it, I was able to find my way back to my retreating allies, so I thank you once again. Prince Durin has need of our mapping skill in the war effort. Take this parchment and scout the ruins and camps nearby, 2 old dwarf ruins, one to the northwest and one to the southwest. When you arrive at these, I ask that you draw them on the map. I think there must also be a warg den further to the northwest, so map that too. In this way, Durin can fashion a plan of attack. Good fortune to you, and when you have finished, I will meet you further ahead at Zudrumdan. Zudrumdan. Okay. Yeah, for a second, I thought that like that guy was being called a bad stalker because, you know, I'm now like an expert appraiser of things. So, you know, it like... that I just knew he wasn't particularly good at stalking because I just appraise people automatically. Laugi. Phil, you have a pronunciation quibble? Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Phil. I'm laughing at that mob. Fierce whelpling. Not just a whelp, mind. Whelps might be fierce, but a whelpling, now, that is ferocity embodied right there. Oh, with my pronunciation of warg? Oh, no doubt. That it should rhyme with hard rather than horde. Yeah. Warg. Probably. I can tell you one thing, though. I think that's mostly a Brit and American thing. The reason I say that is it in Dungeons and Dragons? They actually spell it W-O-R-G, warg? Isn't that how they spell warg in D&D? I bring that up because the wargs in D&D are obviously modeled after Tolkien. Like much, though not all of I mean, sometimes Tolkien fans overstate the case. You know, that D&D is like super derivative of Tolkien. It is, but it's also derivative of other things too. Like Tolkien wasn't the only inspiration for the first edition of D&D, but it was one very significant one. Yeah, I know that it's a copyright dodge. Well, though, look, they were not dodging copyright with much else in those days. But those were the days before they really thought they needed to bother dodging copyright. However, my point is not that why they changed the spelling that way, right? And I believe they changed the spelling from W-A-R-G to W-O-R-G because that's how they pronounced it, right? In other words, it's not just me. It's not just me is my point. I think that spelling reflects the fact that that it's a fairly common Americanism to spell it in that way. All right, this is a party now. Oh, I was just healing myself. Okay. I wasn't planning to aggro all 6 of them. I was going to do 3 at a time. Hang on. Do I need to defeat them? No, I could just leave those behind. I just can't stealth. I'm trying to get up into the hills here because I think that right up here is the warg. And that's just, I'm sorry. I don't reckon to change my pronunciation of warg. Yeah. Okay, got some healing there. Okay. There we go. I think I just have to go up. I don't have to go into it, do I? Maybe I do. Use the map ready parchment? Wait, it's not going to just... What? Sketching map. Okay. All right, so I actually did have to click on that. That's interesting. Interesting that it doesn't give me like a blue button if I have to actually do something like that. That's fine. By the way, what does Glowin's second best cloak look like? Huh, kind of sharp actually. Hang on a second here. So is that. But it's okay here. I'm gonna switch this because the cloak I'm wearing here is just sturdy cloak of many dooms, right? Let's put on Glowin's cloak. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking good, looking good. I kind of like the hooded cloak anyway. Oh, yeah. The greens clashing a little bit there from the front, but it looks pretty good from the back. Okay, I'll do that until the greens bother me, and then we'll... All right, so I don't actually have to go in. My fingers just reached for the stealth combination. But I do not have stealth, but that's okay. I can still go around. Okay, so that was that one. And now I actually have to go back the other way. Can I go back the other way? Okay, fine. I'll loot the corpse. Up to this dwarf hold here. And while I'm traveling here across country, I would just like to take the opportunity to thank everybody who, I know that many folks who are regular listeners have been donating to Signum University for years already. There are many folks who I'm sure are here today who have had a monthly subscription set up, a monthly donation set up for Signum University for years now. And it is just so delightful. I remember when in the first few years of this stream, I first did this. It was a long time ago. It was like 12 years ago. I first did, because I think I've done it every year. I have done the campaign. This is the 13th annual fall fundraising campaign. And there have been people who signed up, who made donations on that first year, set up monthly donations that have been running ever since. They have shown over a decade of faithfulness in giving to support Signum University. It means so much. Yeah. Nope, not interested in the Anglerim in here. I am interested, however, in drawing on my little map. It's really interesting that it gives me no cues at all. Like it doesn't give me text like this would be a good place to draw on your map, and it doesn't give me the little button to click on the map. I just have to know to do that. That's interesting. Okay, and then that's the other one I need. I'm missing my burglar again as I jump off cliffs. Okay. Whoa, who's that guy? I have no idea what he's doing here. Oh, he's a hobgoblin, huh? I wonder if I can draw in my little book here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's methocoinable. Oh, look, it's Emac.
is quite well done, in both artistry and knowledge.
Oh, you flatter me. I heard some troubling news, however. It seems there may be some Angmarim cultists readying for one of their loathsome rituals north of here, at Kaivad Sar. Can I ask you to go there to investigate, defeating any of the cultists you find and adding their camp to your map? Prince Durin will want to know the extent of the Angmarim force allied with the orcs of Gundabad. Sure. I just turned down one Angmarim quest, but this is it. Oh, that's just where there happened to be Angmarim. Sure. On the little island in the middle of they have a secret enclave on the island in the middle of the lake. Okay, but there's a stable master here. Hiding in the bushes. Okay. Let's head back out again. So yes, as I say, just many, many thanks to everybody who has given to Signum University over the years, especially to those who still have monthly donations running. And I would encourage folks, Signum University is going to be expanding its operations this coming year. And we are really excited for the opportunity to share joy with more people. Oh man, Gundabad, so impressive looking. We are really excited for everything that we're planning to do in just helping more and more people to find joy and the kind of enrichment that so many have found at Signum in our classes and our broadcasts and with our content and everything else. And I just would encourage you, if you have not donated to Signum, that you would consider doing so. signumuniversity.org/donate is the mechanism. That is the place where you can go to make your donation. And I am just, again, delighted to thank the people who have just made everything that we have been doing at Signum possible over the years. Oh, there's a settlement of Angmarim. I might as well accept this because I'm supposed to come in here and fight him anyway. Okay, so I was in the business of defeating them anyway. Not quite so many as that, but then again, Wigan tends to draw a crowd, so that's fine. I'm just adding this to the map and defeating some folks. Okay, can I just go straight in there? Probably. Oh, no, come over here. Oh, you annoying twits. Each one of you gonna stand over there and shoot me from the other side. Okay, come over here. We're gonna do this properly, doggone it. Hey, look, I remembered to heal myself. Oh, this is getting fun. Okay. Seriously? A whelpling? Okay, how many was that? Plenty is the answer. It was 7. I'll draw them on my map. Is this good for the map? It is. Great. Yep. Plenty Angmarim here. I'm more than halfway. I do need the XP. Since I don't have to go out of my way, let me just invite one more rumpus. Maybe one or two. What's the plural of rumpus? Is it a Latin plural? Is it rumpi? Do you have multiple rumpi? It can't be rumpuses, surely. Oh, she's already dead. Okay. I was gonna say, surely they didn't, like, tell me to, fight, to, like, kill 14 Angmarim in a camp that only holds 13. Okay. I'll just get him on the way out. Okay. A little extra XP. Look at that. That was like more than 500,000 XP. Okay. Oops. Look, I accidentally picked up the quest deed. That's when you know I've done it wrong. Okay. We'll go back. All right, April, what do you say? Rumpus? Oh. I was in the middle of trying to mithril coin back, and then I got distracted by rumpus again. Latin US nominative suffix. Okay. Well, that does it then. If it's the Latin nominative, then the plural is indeed rumpi. Now, rumpus, it's rumpi. If it's Latin plural, it's the I. See, that's the problem. When like everything that ends in a U, unless it's fourth declension. Well, okay, so here's the argument. If you're going to make up a funny sounding fake Latin word, wouldn't you make it fourth declension instead of second declension? Why make it second declension if it's made up anyway? In which case, wouldn't it be rumpus, rumpus? Rumpus would be singular and plural, wouldn't it? I would think. So I don't have the next break really timed, Phil, but I'm thinking probably
may be larger than I thought.
An hour? Something like that? Hour and a half? Hang on a second. Oh no. I don't have my Latin grammar within arm's reach. Somebody tell me, what is the fourth declension nominative plural ending? I know, right? Like slacking. Yeah. Somebody look up for me. What is the nominative plural fourth declension ending in Latin? Okay. I am worried that both the Orc and Angmarim presence may be larger than my initial scouting indicated. You are certain these numbers are accurate? It's A. Rumpa. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. Let's make believe that rumpus is a fourth declension word. In which case... Oh, yeah. It might, yeah. So let's say it's fourth declension. So whatever it is. So somebody look it up. Rumpa would be cool. But I want to confirm what the correct fourth declension nominative plural is. No, no, we're not going to slap a Greek suffix on it. No, no, no. Us? Yeah, okay. I thought it was us. Us or Yeah. Rumpua? If it's feminine? Yeah. No, rumpum, that would be second declension neuter, singular. Rumpua. Yeah, rumpua. Or rumpus. So rumpus, rumpus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to practice. I'm going to come in with that in a sentence later on in the marathon. We'll try it out. We'll try it out in a couple of different ways. I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunity, as you know, Wigand has created, many a rumpus in his time. So, okay. Where did all the cultists come from? I know, right? I thought their kingdom was ended. That's what I said. I've been saying that for years, Thelphi. Why is a place lousy with Angmarim when Angmar fell? Like centuries ago. Millennium ago. Okay, but hang on. We have an armlet. Yeah, an armlet of the artist. Well, that seems a little vain, but sure. An armlet of the artist. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm looking at... I don't think I want the armlet.
I need you to scout the camps nearer to Gundabad now.
Okay. Trouble not to draw these on the map, for I suspect the enemy presence at these locations will afford you no time to draw. Not that that bothered you in times past. No, this time I ask you simply to observe the situation nearer to Gundabad and then report back to me what you saw. Perhaps it goes without saying, but please be careful. And this too, defeat any orcs and Angmarim in your way. Any, you say. Okay, defeat orc kind and Angmarim, 10 of each. Scout the bridge, scout the central courtyard, scout the settlement of Dun Traik. Okay. A scouting mission. No time to draw. All right. Yeah. The long U is masculine, so. Rumpus. Yeah, and I would think you could argue, that making it through into, if you're making it through into English, that you could spell it with a double O. Why wouldn't you spell it with a double O? I mean, we don't do macrons in English, we don't do, so like, which you have to, like the US and then the US with a line over the top with the macron over it means it's a long vowel instead of rumpus, which is not a long vowel. The US at the end is not long, but it is for the nominative plural in the fourth declension. So, yeah, you would, okay, that's the one I already drew. We don't need to go back here, do we? Maybe we do. I just came from here. No, this is Kaivad Sar. That's not on my list. It's not Dun Traik. Okay, and there's a stable master right up here. Is there something on... What is casting a shadow above me? There's like a phantom bridge. You're creeping me out here. What is going on? Weird. Okay. I'm running in the shade. Yeah, that's a bug. Wait, look for the stable master. He's up around the corner. Yes, the Shadow of Angmar kind of looked like it. Where's... Oh, there's where he's hiding. I, like to introduce... I thought it was a little weird that I'm sent on a scouting expedition and there's already a stable master set up. But I guess if, he's on a scouting expedition too. That's why he's hiding. Okay. A cunningly concealed... The Shadow of Angmar stretching out towards Gundabad. Ah, I have gone beyond the reach of the Shadow of Angmar. Excellent. Okay, but we must be about... I must be getting towards the end of the... No, maybe not. I'm only in part 2 of chapter 4. Chapter 5, which I start back with Durin again, is probably the let's like actually go into Gundabad chapter, right? Okay. The bridge before Gundabad crosses a raging river, a defensible position. Sure, yeah. Okay, so that was the... Okay, so I'm just following this path. Minding my own business, following the path. Oh, hey, guys. Oh, I see. So chapter 4 and the interlude. Okay, so after I finish chapter 4, it's time for the interlude. Great. Yeah, I'm in good shape then. All right. Those were only 3 orc kinds. See if I can go around the warg and the troll. I don't need them. Extensive palisades and orcish totems bolster the defenses before Gundabad. Oh, look, an elephant. He looks cute. Friendly. I'm also going to ditch this Warg Riders quest. Cancel that. Don't need it. Don't need it. Okay. Here, come here, Goblin. I'm gonna run an experiment. Do you guys both... No, come here, Orc. I'm trying to do something here. Okay, so that one counted. Does this guy count? Surely he does. Okay, so the orcs and goblins do in fact both count. Great. That was my experiment. Oops. Hang on. XP boost. Okay. Though, since I'm at 130, I assume I'm going to be, my quests are going to be at 130 all the way through the interlude. And then it'll kick up to, what, 135? Or does it, like, it starts climbing up towards, for the latter part of Gundabad, it starts to climb up towards 140? Oh, a defiler. Okay, I'll accept this just in case. It proves easy to fulfill and get more XP. Same with that. Since I'm going to be fighting a bunch of dudes anyway. Okay, looks like that troll is riding a morgue. Okay. I didn't see that black arrow over here. Okay. 2 more sentries. Okay. Okay. I see. So those were just there on the threshold, but I'll probably be coming back through here anyway. And I've got one more. Oh, there they are. Okay. Now. But I was supposed to defeat Angmarim here too, and oh, here they are. Yeah, you can tell because the Angmarim, see this just really proves that the evil Tudor style housing, which was such a feature in Angmarim, is not just a historical holdover from earlier epochs of Angmarim construction, but that the Neo-Angmarim still use it. It's still popular. Never really went out of style. Okay. Okay, come here. I thought that would draw them too. That archer almost did me in. That was real close. Okay. Great. All right. So, how are we doing? Still 3 more? Okay, fine. Yeah, that was really, really close. Yeah, I don't know where all the tree... Maybe they imported the lumber, right? Not to mention, like, the mildew patterns on this stone is just, like, eerily similar. Maybe they imported it, like, with the mildew. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let us proceed. I've got to be close to the... Oh, I did. I did get... here it is, just now. The Angmarim have established a settlement in the shadow of the 3 peaks. Yeah, I noticed them establishing a settlement too. What do I need? Still 3 of them? All right, this is going to attract a crowd, but that's okay. I can't believe I didn't attract those 2 from across the street with that shout. Okay, there we go. That's 3 of them. Good. It is possible that faux mildew paint style might be. I mean, among the Angmarim,
What did you learn of the enemy presence nearer to the gates?
there's a lot of it. Yes, I see. We were both right. There is no shortage of foes. Were we in disagreement about that? Perhaps by studying this information, Prince Durin will find some weakness in the line. No such vulnerability makes itself known to me. But I am only a scout, not a master strategist. I have faith in the prince and his advisors. One of them will surely see something. Well, as I just wandered through on my own, hopefully y'all can handle it.
Oh, Longbeard, so trusting.
So willing to rely upon blind faith. A stout axe does not sit idly by, waiting for the tide of fortune to turn. He takes action.
Durin's Longbeards must be willing to do whatever is necessary if they are to see victory.
Their combat prowess will not be enough, not by itself. Do you think the orcs will face the dwarves in a fair fight? No. They will do whatever they can to gain an advantage, and so too should we. It is a lesson I learned in Mordor, and I learned it well. Durin must think like his foes if he is to have the greatest chance of success. If he wants to have the victory, he will need to think like a goblin. I have a plan, Wigand. I want you to gather heavy rocks from the base of cliffs and some of the explosives carried by goblins throughout Elderslate. Depriving our enemies of these items will surely help to tilt the field in our favor. Depriving our enemies of rocks? You think there's going to be a scarcity? We're going to create a rock scarcity in this terrain. Fiendishly clever. I know he wants to do something cunning with the rocks and the explosives, but okay. Rocks, sapper bombs. Okay. Ah, see, I knew I'd be going back. Good thing I took those kill a bunch of things quests. Because I think there's more combat ahead. Meanwhile, I'm looking forward to collecting 8 large boulders and holding them in my pockets. What's meant to be up here? The rocks? Oh, there's one. Seriously, this, I am so glad. I am so glad that we are depriving the enemy of resources such as this. Now the battle shall surely be ours. And unfortunately, there are really fewer loose rocks around here than you would think, however. Oh, it's a little worm. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to cross the river because there are obviously not many loose rocks up here. Yeah, Fingen, of course, I was thinking of the same thing. On that memorable occasion when I carried a megalithic statue of Elendil the Tall in my pocket. Oh, uh-oh, the Shadow of Angmar is back. Okay, however, just to the north of the extended Shadow of Angmar lie rocks. No, not that one. Not that one. Nor that one, nor that one. Or that one, or that one. No. None of those are quite right. No. I don't need indigo. I'm sorry, I know that to many of you, it just pains you to watch me run past indigo like that. But oh, hang on. I found one. No, you can't have it. Wow. Okay. So the problem was he was blowing me up? Like those sappers? What were doing all the damage? Okay. That wasn't exactly how I had collecting sapper bombs in mind. Hope he didn't blow up my rock. Oh no, there it is. I gotta shout the flames out there. Okay. All right, that's 3 bombs. 2 rock. Man, those rocks are gonna take forever. No, I don't want an indigo plant. I want a loose rock. There's more indigo than rocks. Yeah, I agree. It must be a loose a translation of a very technical dwarf term. Like there's some very specific stone that this dwarf is. Oh, there's one. That precious deposit. A loose rock for Emac. Oh, I found a lode. Oh, this is a rich environment right here. Yes, JJ, you're right. Well, see, though, I'm trying to think, what would really the anti-Wiggins marathon be? The anti-Wiggins marathon would be like ignoring the quests and storylines and just like doing Slayer deeds for 12 hours, basically. Desperate hope for... Oh, no, it's a set of branches. Okay. How many rocks do I need? Oh. Okay, three rocks and 2 sapper. Hey. A sapper bomb. No, not the branches. Those bombs do a fair bit of damage. I'm losing like half of my hit points before I start there. Oh. Sorry, he's already dead. Okay. Good. Got them both. Now, the final frontier. More rocks. I found a dwarf marker. Oh, this is a party now. Okay, none of that was actually helpful, however. Nope, I'm ignoring the dwarf marker. Don't need it. But, you know what, there are no rocks. The lack of rocks is very pointed over here. Okay, so I got to go back. I missed some rocks back over here. I'll see what I can find. These drakes are alarming. Okay, this way for rocks. I see one, I think. No, it isn't one. Wait, okay. Okay, I did find one this time. Oh, I was going to say, did that goblin hit me with a second bomb? I didn't think that was legal. Anyway, I found a rock. And another. Come on, lucky 3 set of rocks. Yes. No, indigo. Scarn deposit. Wait, there's a rock. There's a rock. North by northwest. My map tells me, despite appearances, there is in fact a rock up here. It might look like there's no rock, but doggone it, there's a rock. I'm getting very, very close. I have a good feeling. Oh no! It's on the other side! Wigand, undeterred, wades his way through a field of loose and turning stones beneath his feet in order to find, buried in a cleft in the mountains, the one loose rock he actually needs. It's completely inaccessible. It's actually literally inaccessible. I shall not be denied. Yes, I shall. This is ridiculous. Okay. But Wigand cannot be turned aside from the fulfillment of his quest. Where was that rock again? Way up there? If I go down here, can I come up? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I have found the secret way. Hang on. Hang on. No, no. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. I can come all the way up here, but No, no. Wigand is as yet undeterred. Still, seriously. That loose rock is... It's literally not accessible. That's ridiculous. Oh, hang on. That's not the rock. That's the rock. Just as inaccessible. I think it's actually buried. It's a loose rock that is buried. Incredible. Let's go back to the Shadow of Angmar. Yeah, sorry, the statue up top there is the vast and trunkless legs of stone dwarf version. Okay, let us see if there is an unburied loose stone. I'm telling you, this quest. This indigo. Seriously, I looking back on this quest someday, I'm going to be like, and that's when I started developing my drinking problem. No, branches. Let's go to the base of this hill. Wait, but soft. I'll creep up on it this way. Maybe it won't see them coming. There it is. He looks left. He looks right. Ha ha! Okay. We have found 8 rocks. Let's celebrate. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do another... It's too close to me. They're like, you can't mithril coin to that, you lazy slob. It's right here. Okay. Let's do another LOTRO points giveaway. So do LOTRO again for the keyword. Oh man. Okay. Hey Mac, I got your rocks right here. Where'd you go? Other side? Where are you? Where am I? Who am I? Okay, here we go. There we go.
Ah, these will do nice.
I'm so glad you approve. Because if you didn't approve and sent me after different rocks, I might have had to execute you and then eat your corpse. I have in mind a number of traps that will prove most harmful for our enemies, and surely that turn the tide in our favor. Victory is a step closer now. Okay. What is your assessment, Thalfi?
I don't know about this. Setting traps? Winning a battle through deceit?
Emak is not wrong about this, at least. These strategies belong to the orcs. If it is up to me, I say they can keep them. I have finished the scouting map. Here, I give it to you so you can deliver it to Durin in Anak Corfu. Will you also bring him word of my discomfort with Emak's plan? I do not think dwarves should rely upon traps in this way, and I am sure the prince will agree. Sure. Okay, Durin. You have returned with tidings from Thalfi? You hand Durin your map of Elderslade with Thalfi's annotations. While he studies the defensive layout before Gundabad, you tell him about Emak's plan to use traps against the enemy forces. The stout axe is not wrong. Given the opportunity, the orcs would prefer not to face us in a fair fight. That is not the Longbeard way. It is not my way. He draws some lines on the map with a bit of charcoal and hands it back to you. But we must reclaim Gundabad at any cost. If the traps Emak has devised will help us in this, I will not command him otherwise. Do not think the battle will be won with deception alone. The greatest share of the burden will fall upon the swords and axes of my Gabilacha. Show that map to Prince Ingor downstairs and have him agree that this Jelruka will move in these marked formations. His Jelruka, that is, the Jelruka of Prince Ingor downstairs, will move in these marked formations when the fighting begins. It is nearly time to begin the assault. Great. Okay, well, that makes sense. If Chapter 5 is the one that starts up after the next expansion was launched, it makes sense why he has that quest as a standalone trigger. But we're only on 4.3. There must be a good deal more chapter 4 to go. Let us come back. I should assess Prince Ingor. Assess helmet of Prince Ingor. Decide which goat it comes from.
Durin sends you to me with a plan for the first attack.
Why should he not wait for my plan? I have my own scouts, and I trust their word more than any of his. Prince Ingor takes the map from you and studies it with distaste. Then he produces his own piece of charcoal and obscures Durin's notes with his own. I have some reservations with this plan. Take this map back to the Longbeard and tell him I have improved it. Oh, this is great. This is going very well. Things are off to a rousing start. The unresolution of 2/3 of the leaders of the former Iron Garrison. And now the leaders of the 2 major tribes working in close agreement.
We are out of time. An army of orcs has emerged from Gundabad.
We are out of time, Wigan. I've received word that an army of orcs has emerged from Gundabad, and they march now in our position. You give him the map marked with Prince Ingor's annotations, and he hands it to one of his lieutenants. The time for planning is over. The war is upon us. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Too long have orcs dwelt within the sacred mountain of my people.
I think what you mean to say is, for too long, orcs have dwelt within the sacred mountain of my people. Gundabad was home to the first of us. It was home to the best of us. Let us take it back. Durin bares his teeth and gives the assembled crowd a ferocious smile. Then he breathes deeply, and in a quieter tone he addresses you. Are you prepared, Wigan? Shall I give orders to march? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do I get next? An earring, huh? Okay. I think maybe you should read the paper I just gave you. What's going on? Oh, yeah. I just leveled up. That's what. I think I'm actually... Am I over level for this quest? I am! Sweet! Oh, doing great, doing great. Hang on, I gotta keep my XP supply boosted. Those were on sale too. Got those for 25% off. Bought 50 of them. Okay. Great.
Then it begins. The War of 3 Peaks is upon us.
For Gundabad!
Forward! Forward! Gundabad will be ours!
Ooh, the War of the 3 Peaks instance, huh? Where are we? Yeah, just upstairs. That first orc keep. We need to seize Zarkul Sulun if we are to push through Elderslade toward Gundabad. The Shelruka will lead the way behind their prince, and my Longbeards will follow him. We have orcs to slay. Wigan, stay close to me. Okay. You're still talking about the Nazgul? They're gone, man. You gotta get over it. Okay? Okay, I was gonna say Longbeards to you so you can run in the opposite direction. No, but you're good now. You got your waypoints again. Okay. Oh, it is the three of you. Okay. We're doing fine. The orcs cannot stand against us. Baruch Kazan! Just doesn't sound right. Okay. Okay, I thought it was a defiler, but it's just a defender. Alright. Kazan I Menu. Okay, we've got a little boss guy here. Take this. And some of that. We are near to victory. Where's Ingor? He was to lead his Yelruka up the slope. Oh boy. You seem to be short. An army. My longbeards will be more than enough to slay you, orc. Okay, well, they keep coming for a bit. He's talking about Saruman now. Alright. Now the boss dude. And I'm keeping an eye on my health. Send out the muscle. So you freely admit that you're not the muscle, huh? The muscle. He's just called the muscle. Okay. That's fun. His white hands on him, huh? Zarkul Sulun has been occupied. A new foothold for the Gabilacha. All around me I see only longbeards. Where are the Yelruka? Where's Ingor? Oh, who could have foreseen non-cooperation? Nice statue. This is what this place looks like on the inside, huh?
What is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of this? Ingor was supposed to lead his Yelruk at the head of the charge. Why then did the dwarves under his command dawdle in the rear, allowing my longbeards to bear the brunt of the first impact? What can it be but cowardice? Wigan, find this Yelruk a coward. I demand answers. Does he still dawdle outside? The Bloody Threshold. Is that the interlude? No, that's a... Landscape quest, right? Oh, that's a raid? Yikes. Okay. Not doing that. Okay. Yeah, if there are no lore pages. Really? That's not Prince Angor. Is he up top? Oh, there he is. He is up top. All right, what gives here?
Speak not so to me.
I know why Durin wanted the Jelruka to lead the charge. He thought to expend us at the tip of the spear, throwing away our lives and holding his own people in reserve. He thought to spend Jelruka blood to gain Gundabad and reward it to his Longbeards. But he is not as canny as he believes, and I did not fall for his scheme.
Pfft, I bristle at these accusations and refute them.
My Jelruka have fought and died as bravely as any two Longbeards, and if Durin calls me coward, he will answer to my axe. He sees proof that my Jelruka have paid the price? He seeks proof? Look then upon the corpses of my slain, and gather their fallen weapons. Then you will see that my own folk have done their share, nay, more than their share. The Jelruka release their weapons only when slain, collect the weapons by their corpses, and store them in a barrow. Really? At the trench to the north, wizards, oddly specific examples, so that they can be wielded by Longbeards who will cast aside their own weapons when the fighting turned fierce. Durin speaks to me of cowardice, he should look to his own. Good, good. Building bridges of understanding and mutual respect. That's excellent. Whoa. Seriously, there's like axes of the Jelruka. Oh, defeat enemy forces. Okay. Is this an instance? Am I in an instance? I'm still in an instance, right? I think I'm supposed to go down. Yeah, okay, it's a separate version of this landscape. Oh, so it's not an instance? It's just a... Aha. I see. It's a layered... Right. It's the War of Three Peaks version of the Elder Slade landscape. Man, these hobgoblins are no joke. This guy has a separate quest on him? I don't want this guy creeping up on me when I'm fighting the next guy. I'm not necessarily going to finish all these, but again, if any of these landscape, like, kill a bunch of folks, quests for a area I'm going into anyway, might as well pick it up. And there's yet a third unique quest attached to... Oh, who's that guy? Him, I bet I can leave aside. Okay. There's all my Jelruka weapons. Now I just have to find enemies that are not just standing around one at a time. Oh yeah, look at that. We've thrown up some ramparts here. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Do I have to use a ladder to get up there? No. What's an Azahorn? Another one. Okay. I'll just go through the noxious terrain here, because that'll probably be fine. How dare they desecrate the place where I found my last loose rock? Isn't there another one anywhere? Alright, I'll just fight this guy first, I guess. As you can tell, I don't like fighting one at a time. It's a waste of time. Okay. Yeah, everything has a Slayer quest out here. Hi, everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. Did I get credit for any of them? What am I up to on my main quest? 4? None of these guys count? Oh, he counts. Yeah, I can't even injure the other dudes. Why did he turn gray when I was halfway through? Uh-oh. That Mumak does not look that stealthy. It's not a real Mumak. You can tell by how easy he is to see. What's this guy? Two-headed troll? Well, that's fun. Hey, turn around. Hey, yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. That's great. Okay, that brings me up to 7. Not going to fight the non-stealthy Muma kill. Do these guys count? Or no, they're just gray. This map is so not helpful. Doesn't hit very hard, which is a little surprising for somebody of his stature. Okay, so all right, so if the NPCs tag them first, then I don't get any credit for them. But if I tag them first, then it's okay. Okay. This is a surprisingly challenging quest to fulfill. I mean, like, there's guys everywhere, but I actually have to hunt high and low for dudes that fulfill this particular quest, which is a little strange. Did we do the LOTRO drawing yet? We didn't close that one, did we? Okay, little wormling, you do count. Come with me, though. I don't want to involve that Oliphant if we don't really have to, because I have no real quarrel with him. All right, yeah, let's close it. So, we're giving away a coupon code for 100 LOTRO points. Oh, didn't see you there. He'll do. In the trench to the northwest. That's not northwest. Interesting. It's northwest, apparently, of where it thinks I was going to be. In this trench, huh? A stone heaver. I love how they dribble the stones before they hit you with it. I can't squeeze through here at all? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. Where am I? Oh, there we go. Oh, in a barrel. Right. Hence his very specific directions. Bori, how's it going?
Have you seen my father?
So who
or
won?
my cousin?
Matthias! Congratulations! I lost track of them after the first assault, and I have not been able to find them amid the chaos. Can you look for them? I want to make sure they are still all right. I have not been able to search beyond this trench to the northwest. Perhaps they were pushed that way during the fighting. Browan and Bosi, the
Have you
unresolved.
seen my father or my cousin?
Okay. Okay, I think I see his quest ring. Somebody's quest ring. I'm confused by this trench warfare thing. It certainly doesn't, I mean, from a tactical standpoint, seem to me to make all that very much sense. It certainly doesn't seem to me very much like the trenches in France. Hey, Bosie. How you feeling? Can I assess you? Appraise you?
Ready yourself. They prepare for another assault.
Okay. All right. Oops, it's not the button I meant to hit. Oh, good. Look at that. I saw dwarves retreating to a trench to the north. Go help them. I found that trench to the north when I was wandering around looking for things to fight. Which is harder than you'd think it would be. So here's the thing that puzzles me. The thing that puzzles me is that to build a defense. So normally when you build a trench, like in France, right? Oh, look, it's a bomb. Those aren't my rocks. My rocks look nothing like that.
Another wave of enemies emerged from the mountain, forcing us to give ground.
I thought Gundabad had unleashed all its defenders upon us, but it was not so. Another wave of enemies emerged from the mountain, forcing us to give ground. Okay.
This is not a defeat, but we need time to regroup.
We must steel ourselves and return to the fray. Are you looking for Browan? I did not see him during the retreat. When last I saw him, he fought alongside Slogvi, north of here. Did he not escape with the rest of us? Okay, fine. Browan. Anyway, so what I was saying was, if you... Okay, it's the white one. When you dig a trench, it's because, I mean, like they dug trenches because to get down out of the machine gun fire, right? If you're trying to prevent an infantry charge, you don't build a trench, you build a wall. So, because it's hard for them to climb over it. To defend, you don't create lower ground for yourself to defend against an infantry charge. Like, that just doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's got that, like, wall and stuff in front of it, which, you know, I mean, it's not like I'm saying that that defense looks altogether useless. It's just a strange strategy. If you understand what I mean. Okay, so right up here somewhere. Down in this trench? Oh yeah, building a trench in front of a wall makes sense. Like, but you build a wall first, and then you build a trench. Like, this isn't a wall. There's no wall. Like, they've shored up the edge of their trench. Okay. Where? He's down in the trench, yeah. You down here? A trench commander? Oh, oh dear. That's getting a little hot down there. I've still got an archer attacking me down there. I just took out the entire trench, more or less. Oof. Yes, I did defeat many of them right there. See, free XP. That's why I took those extra quests. Yikes. Okay. And yet this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
By Durin's beard, I am glad to see you.
Slogby and I fought against wave after wave of orcs. Yeah, I just found them. But we were forced back by the sheer ferocity of their attack. During a break in the onslaught, as we prepared to rejoin the others, Slogby tripped over some hidden cord and was partially... buried beneath his fall of stones. It must be some goblin trick set here to ensnare us. Oh dear. Help me lift these strangely familiar-looking stones, Wigand. Hauchboos, huh? As Hauchboos falls, Broen leads Slogby to safety. Meet up with Slogby several trenches to the south. Oh boy. Fortunately... Okay. Back in Trench 1. Right? Right.
Did I hear you rightly? That trap was not set by the orcs?
No. But by Imak the Stout Axe? Is this true? Is he a fool, or has he been stricken with some madness? We have difficulty enough fighting the orcs without having to worry about running afoul of traps set by our supposed allies. I cannot believe this. A pox on the Stout Axes. You must make this right. Find Imak and ask why he has chosen to fight dwarves and not orcs. Does he not have enough enemies from which to choose that he must attack his supposed allies too? Yeah, well, it looks bad, I admit. Huh. Find Imak outside. Oh, all the way back. Okay. Okay. So that, I think, was the first trench, right? There is Zukul Sulun. Here are the dead Shelruka that I took the weapons from originally. That means I've just passed the way up there. Okay, they tagged you first, so I'm fixing to ignore you now. Okay. 4.6. I think we must be coming towards the end here of this sequence of battle. Maybe not. Right, so I did not realize this was going to lead us to a whole layered war sequence like the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Or rather, I wouldn't have been surprised to learn that, but I didn't expect it. Overland. I thought it might be in Gundabad. Oh, here we go. That's him, isn't it? Imak is surrounded by a group of angry longbeards.
Bah, these longbeards should save their breath.
They will not cease hurling insults and threats at me, but I have weathered worse winds than these. What is the Grey-Mouthed Rebellion to me? They think I care about the stories of ancient dwarves. Bah, they are nothing to me. They think I was wrong to set traps for the orcs. If these longbeards paid more attention to their surroundings, they would not blunder into one of my devices. You would not think they wanted to reclaim Gundabad at all, so unwilling are they to dirty their hands. Well, now they will be happy to know this. I did not have time to put the rest of my plan into motion before the defenders emerged from Gundabad and marched on our position. I lacked the time to set the goblin bombs you collected, so I stored them in a crate inside Zarkul Sulun. It is a shame, for those explosives could have claimed the lives of many orcs if I had placed them as I wanted. Let's just make sure that the goblin bombs don't actually blow up home base. I've left them inside. You know, fuses lit and propped up against load-bearing pillars. Okay. Collect and defuse the goblin bombs. Okay. Anywhere in particular I'm supposed to find the goblin bombs? No, that's a mailbox. Unless he put a bomb in there. It's been known. Hey, you guys see any, like, bombs or anything? No? No, there's a crate, couple crates here, but they probably don't have bombs inside. What am I looking for? Seriously. It's weird. I'm kind of... Oh, there's stairs. Okay. Probably upstairs. If I were storing munitions, maybe I put them upstairs. And there aren't any, like, bombs in these crates, is there? No? No. No, actually, nothing. Oh, wait. Hang on. That wasn't there a minute ago. The goblin bombs are gone! No wonder I couldn't find them.
Are you looking for something?
I heard the battle might be turning against us, but as long as you're still fighting, I think victory must still be within reach. Very kind of you. You tell Afwal that you were looking for a number of items that Emok stored in this crate. He nods. Oh, the goblin bombs! I did wonder why they were being saved. Came by and gathered them up. He said he seemed very excited about them, now that I think about it. Afwal sees something in your expression. Is that a problem?
He does like setting things aflame, doesn't he?
My combustible friend, yes. As long as he is careful and vigilant, perhaps he will make good use of those goblin bombs against our foes. It may be a good idea for you to find him and ensure he's using caution. He mentioned something about the Angmarim Tower of Kaivad Sar, so you should begin your search there. Okie dokie. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Yeah, I was also afraid that somebody set us up the bomb. Yes, you did introduce me to that video. Okay. Ooh, hey. Yes. Oh, I love mithril coin travel. Hey there, my combustible friend.
Yes, my friend, yes. This war will soon be ended.
And Durin will have the victory. I have set a number of goblin bombs on the path to the northeast, and in mere moments the orcs and their Angmarim allies will be consumed by a conflagration of their own devising. Reinforcements will no longer be able to use that path to come to the defense of Kaivad Sur, but it is all thanks to my foresight and ingenuity. This conflagration may not be as impressive as the fire we set at Khashru, but it will serve. Ah, if only we had some of Gandalf's draft left. That made for a truly spectacular inferno. What's that? How close will the fires be to our fighting dwarves? Good question. Perhaps you should tell them to back up a bit. Convince them to evacuate the northeastern road. Okay, look. Hit the wrong button again. That's fine. Resetting the forces of Gundabad quest. Might as well. I finished it last time. Okay, so... Okay. Gotcha. Up the road here. Run for the hills. Fortunately, I can promise you there are no loose rocks up there, so you needn't even watch your step. What has he done? Convincing. Okay. What foolishness. Endangered Longbeard. Okay. Return to Iwin south of Kadsur. Great. Yes, there is plenty of indigo, so they can still look for it. All right. Nice. I don't know what you accomplished, but I don't think you did any harm in the end.
Did you see that? What a beautiful sight.
It serves those goblins right for trying to use such weapons against us. How do you think they like the power of their the devices they fashioned? But there were not as many explosions as there should have been. Do you think it possible some goblin sneaks managed to retrieve some of the bombs I set and think now to use them against us? There are 3 goblin bombs for which I cannot account. Steal back the bombs they stole from us. Yes, the ones we stole from them first. Okay. Recover twice stolen goblin bombs from goblin sneaks. Okay. Anywhere in particular? Not up there. Might not be able to avoid all the elephants. Okay. 1 twice stolen goblin bomb. Oh, wait, there's another one right over here. Come here, goblin sneak. Now let's move away from the elephants. Perfect. Thank you for your cooperation, Gundabad goblin sneaks. It really means a lot to me. Find and quench the hidden goblin bomb somewhere near the lakeside trench. The goblin's boots are wet with lake water, but he placed his bomb already. Okay. I was going to say, how do I know there's a trench by the lake? It's back there. Okay. Okay. Going back a bit. The lakeside trench is down here. Yeah. All right. Fine. Got some wargs there. Fine. Okay. All right, just got to go back through here, through the... Oh, hang on. How about I heal first? Can we do that? Also, another XP multiplier. Look at that, I'm most of the way to 132. I'm going to be well over level. Let me just heal before I go into the cloud of gas. Okay, fine. All right. Then I go, wow, look at the sky. It just looks trippy from in there. I didn't notice that before. Look what happens to the sky. So cool looking. Oh, hey guys. Oh yeah, we got a big crowd here. No, this is the actual lake. Okay, where am I? I'm getting close now. Okay. Oh, somebody else is shooting me. You can just go on being annoying. Not gonna let you get under my skin that easily. Okay, excuse me, everybody. I'm just coming through. Getting into this trench over here. Man. Somebody trying to blow me up while I'm trying to stop people from getting blown up. Oh, found it. Seriously? Quenching fuse. Okay.
You quenched the last goblin bomb. Good.
It is a pity we were not able to turn it against its creators, but at least we made effective use of the others. Return to Durin inside Zarkul Sulun and learn what is to be our next plan of attack. The fighting turns once again in our favor. Does it? Why is it that this guy is gray? I'm not even getting any credit for him. And yet, nobody is even helping me. Inconsiderate, I call it. No justice. Why am I still in combat? Oh, because I'm kiting people? Where did you guys come from? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, no. That isn't going to happen. Okay. Yikes. All that just to get out of combat so I can mithril coin out of here. What do you think, Durin?
Victory is at hand!
We were pushed back on our heels, Biggin, but we did not give up hope, and now we are rewarded. The tide of battle has once again turned in our favor. Victory is at hand. Is it though? I'm so glad.
One obstacle remains.
We must... One obstacle remains, my friend. We must do something about Gorgar the Ruthless, the orc who rules Gundabad. His orcs will defend the mountain home from us for as long as he lives, but if I can put an end to him, they will scatter. They will learn firsthand that only a dwarf can lay claim to the title Lord of Gundabad. Blow the signal horns to rally dwarves to my banner, outside Zarkul Sulun, in the field of battle, and at our forward encampment nearest to the mountain home. I will lead my warriors up the steps on this last offensive, and on the very threshold of the fortress, I will challenge Gorgar for the rule of Gundabad. Right, you're playing the Dayan card, huh? Okay. That's just what we'll do, Durin. I'm sure it's almost over. It's the Browley horn. It's down by the gate, probably, right? All right. Down here? No? Yes? Oh, yeah. This gate. Not the inner gate. The outer gate. Down by here. No? Is it up top? No. Not heavy branches, thanks. No. It's not up here at all. See, I had a suspicion that when I ascribed my Old West prospector voice to Prince Durin, that I was making a significant commitment, and yet I was not deterred. Is it over here? Oh, here it is. Okay. You know, a little something to... It's fine. Dwarves cheer the sound of the horn call. Yay. Oh. No, I've got to blow multiple horns. Back to the trenches. Okay. All right, and it's almost break time. I'm trying to get to the end of this. Is there a... I keep pushing because I feel like there's a stopping point coming up soon. But, if I'm wrong about that, let me know. And we'll do it. We'll do a break now. Okay. Found the nearest trench. There it is. Signal horn. Okay. Dringol. Yeah. Yeah, I remember where that is. That's where that last stable master was hiding. Okay. Okay. But we're doing pretty well. We're getting close to the interlude, and we're like no more than halfway through the marathon, so I should, I think, be able to make it a goodly piece, a fur piece, into Gundabad. Just gonna go around this trench, which again just shows you if I can just walk around the trench, not a good defense. It's really just not. All right, I'll try to stay along the side of the hill here, and I can go around a bunch of the... And you're going to blow me up, but I'm going to get past you. And now I've got to just charge straight through. Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm looking for... Yep. Right this way. I'm just following the road. Don't mind me. Hey, guy. Oh, sure. So the Yeti finally takes out my... oh, this is where we are. I know where we are. So yeah, I come up here and I take a left. I didn't think anybody had the stamina. Not only does Wickend have the stamina, he's going to put it on the jets. He's going in the wrong direction, but he's going fast. Okay, so I took a wrong turn. But that's okay. I wasn't supposed to take a left there. I was supposed to... Oh, yeah, up around the corner. No. I'm going to decline to destroy weapon racks. Yeah, no, this is the way I wanted. Through all of the Oliphants. That's right. Griffith will have fun with the way. Griffith loves a good weapon rack, right? I mean, I wonder what Griffith's weapon rack count is. Like how many weapon racks Griffith has destroyed in his career. It's a lot. Not quite as many like as he's burned tents, but a lot. It's peaceful up here. Arguably, I should have gotten this milestone when I was here. Maybe, you know, I could do instead of the Mordor one I don't need anymore. Okay, what am I doing here? Blow the signal horn? So there's a signal horn here? Oh, in the cave. Why am I going into a hidden cave to blow a horn? Or like a rally horn? Seems a peculiar... Oh, because y'all are in here. Shouldn't I just be like, hey, guys, battle's out there. Name the Slakeless. And he brags about that. Okay. This is a secret hideout. Don't Boromir our secret hideout.
We're right on the threshold of victory, but my heart is heavy.
You ask Browan what you can do to lighten his burden, and he frowns. There is nothing, my friend. These worries are my own, and he trails away, engaged in some internal debate. At last he nods decisively. You have stood by me and my kinwig, and no matter the mistakes we have made, I will forget neither that loyalty nor those kindnesses. Neither will I keep these troubles from you, though I am shamed by them. This, then, is my confession, friend. I fear my decision to seal away the mithril axe may have cost my father his life. Would Broger still live today if we had wielded Ziggelberg in the defense of the Iron Garrison? When the horde emerged from the depths of Moria, could I have repelled them if I still possessed the truest reflection of Durin's own acts in this age of the world? I chose to seal Ziggelberg away, because I thought it was cursed. But can you truly say that the Iron Garrison's fate in Moria could have been worse than it was? I find that hard to believe. How many lives might I have saved if I kept Ziggelberg, Wiggin? How many lives in Moria? How many lives here on the steppes of Gundabad? You speak what reassuring words you can, and Browan thanks you for them. But you can tell his heart remains heavy. Tell my cousin Bori I am well, or well enough. He does worry. And then all the way back to Zarkul Sulun. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay. Tell you what, we're going to take a break because we obviously still have a whole culmination. It might even be an instance or something like that. I thought we were getting towards the end, but we keep delaying there. Let's take a break first then instead of after. So let's take a break now. Might as well. And then we will do, when we come back, we'll do another giveaway. And we will also do we'll do the culmination here of book 4, the end of this, of the War of the Three Peaks here before we get into Gundabad. And then after that, we'll do the interlude and we'll look at Azanulbazar. Yeah, so we're almost there. So we'll do the culmination of this little quest, of this section of the story, and then we'll do the interlude, and then it'll be off into Gundabad for this evening. All right? Very good. So I'm gonna stop the stream again just to break the video, and then we will be back. I'll be back in again. Call it 10 minutes. I hope we'll try for 10 minutes again. All right. Thanks very much. See you again soon, and just